Ashira Siegel wasn't able to attend a Bernie Sanders rally because of her newborn son, Natan. Not Nathan, Natan. So she posted a photo of the newborn with his fist up in the air on a Sanders supporter group called Geeks For Bernie. Then someone said, you know what I'm going to do to show support? I'm going to Photoshop your kid with Bernie Sanders hair and glasses. And the result has been a viral sensation called #BabiesForBernie. Here's some examples. That child, that is so photorealistic. I absolutely love it. James is ready to take on the billionaire class. Here's the this is the original baby, who's, I mean, good. That is a newborn. Aww. You can tell because newborns look like aliens. It takes like 3 weeks before they start looking normal. And then here's the third one, Babies for Bernie.
Oh, precious.
It's all over the place. You can go to www.babiesforbernie2016.com, and here's where you can buy, this is the drawing of the baby, the original one. For $24, you can buy an adult t-shirt and all that greatness. I was wondering what it might look like if some people here were babified Bernie-wise.
Oh, no.
Grace?
Oh, my God.
Looks amazing. It's crazy.
I need to get my hair cut, so.
Yeah, look at your head.
It's a trend. It's a thing. Grace, it's happening. You should think about it.
What is this from? I found this on the internet.
That's from my reel from like 4 years ago.
Really?
Where did you find that?
That's amazing.
Googling your name, and it was the biggest picture. And it was perfect because I had a Bernie Sanders I wanted to use. And then here's another one. Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't quite work. I like how you guys had to make my forehead more white.
I actually tried to fix it, but I didn't have enough time because I had to leave my house.
You look like a buff Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Marty!
Do you know he predicted that the Cubs would win the World Series in 2015?
Oh, really? Well, they gotta pull off a miracle now. They gotta do nothing.
Okay, so I love it. And then it takes an ironic twist, you think, for a second, because they're selling onesies for the babies on this website because Bernie Sanders' website doesn't sell onesies. So they're making a profit and capitalists using Bernie Sanders to make a buck. But it turns out, no, they're giving the money to Bernie's campaign. So they're actually good commies like Bernie. Kidding. We're on Bernie's side. Okay. But I like babies feeling the burn, although that doesn't sound too good.
Yeah, right? I was so confused by that because I thought they were talking about the city of Bern, and I was like, I don't understand what that's all about, but it's great. I like Bernie Sanders a lot, and I think a lot of people who watch this show do. I like him because he just seems like he's avuncular. He's like your uncle, and he always talks like he literally has corned beef in his mouth.
That's so funny because during the debate, we were all kidding around about he constantly seems like he's at a diner.
Yeah.
Right? Hey. Yeah. I want an answer to that. Yeah. So now I need lemon wedges, and then we got to expand Social Security.
It's very, very difficult to find at this time. Maybe some kind of pickled salad. Where do I find a pickled salad here? Also, my children are completely devoid of social character. That's
not bad.
Bernie. Thank you. I've been working on my Bernie Sanders impression. Yeah, would you do this to your kid? I think it's totally awesome.
I think it's a great way to show support, for the candidate that she is, rooting for. I think that, especially in this, because Bernie Sanders is such a unique candidate for a wonderful variety of reasons, and that's what makes him so exciting for, people to watch. But, she couldn't go to the rally, and so she, her friends kind of helped her out, and there was a little thing to help her feel included, and it's turned into this really nice movement, and all donations are going to Bernie.
Now, after being on the internet for all this time, I'm still internet naive. When I first saw the picture, I was like, how did they get those glasses for that kid? And then when they explained Photoshop, I was like, oh, yeah, I knew that.
So would you buy is a onesie for the kid, or is it for onesies? I wanted the onesies for the grown-ups, because grown-ups are wearing onesies now, and I want one of those. Oh, yeah, onesies everywhere. I almost bought one at Target. They have a Chewbacca onesie that I wanted to get, but apparently now I can't because it's against white people, so.
Trends are amazing, man. I once made a bet, this is super random again, with a friend of mine when we were in high school, that Turkish palvars would become fashion one day. Those are the pants that are like super loose, and they look ridiculous. It's like almost like a clown outfit. And he's like, yeah, I'll make that bet. That'll never come in fashion. That's outrageous. And then MC Hammer happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And he brought them into. I'm like, that's it. He's like, I can't believe I lost the bet. You're right. He's also Bernie Sanders. I can't believe I lost the bet. Anybody gonna get me the lemon wedges?
I would just like in a vacuum, like not paying attention to anything that he has to say. And this is probably a terrible thing to say, but I just want to vote for him because I want to just hear him speak all the time. Like he talks for 45, he's on the campaign trail, like talking for an hour to 20,000 people. But like, I won't even retain what he says. I just like the sound of his voice. And I wonder if it's like Gallagher where they give away like, you know, like, what are those called? Like ponchos to wear in the front row because he's spitting out all the food that he's been eating all day.
But wouldn't that be great to have a president that talks like a human being, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's, I mean, on both sides. I mean, Donald Trump's insane, but like, and then Bernie Sanders, people are just want to hear someone who talks to them like a person.
That's the trend this year. That's why people love Trump. That's why people like Bernie Sanders. Oddly enough, for very similar reasons, in that they're just talking straight to them. There's no filter. It doesn't seem like it's going through what are they, like the spin zone or whatever. Like it's
focus
not,
group.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's kind of been Hillary's problem as well, is people aren't doing like babies for Hillary or like toddlers for Hill. Unfortunately, I mean, I think she's another great candidate, but it's just that these are the people are gravitating towards the candidates that are just going to give it to them straight, and that's fine. I would like to see the trends go further. I do not have a child, but I do have a pit bull. Why can't we have little like suits for dogs? Dog stuff. The collars or bow ties. I don't know.
Canines for Kasich.
Well, we're spitball it. We can focus group that.
Let's do that. Let's start that right now. Canines for Kasich.
But
Hashtag.
I like your point about how none of the other candidates have this. But I think it's maybe like for the Republicans, they're so vicious. If you did like babies for a Republican candidate, they might think like, great, I needed some. Like, they might accidentally think like, oh, do I get to keep these? Okay. Thank you for giving me your child.